Part 8. After having everything taken away, she returns as a god. Author, Ching Qian. Chapter 71. The more she spoke, the redder her eyes became, and there was undisguised hatred in her eyes. Lin Qingjian had just gone to the hospital to see it. The hospital said that the use of cosmetics containing toxic heavy metals caused the skin to be allergic and become like this. Because she had plastic surgery, Lin Qingjian always treated her face with care. All her skincare products and cosmetics are specially customized, and it is impossible to exceed the standard of heavy metals. And only in the third episode of the show yesterday, she and Sci-Fucking were in the same dressing room. Besides Sci-Fucking, who else would play with her cosmetics? Lin Qingjian stood up abruptly, gritted her teeth. You hate me so much. Would you like to disfigure me? I made your face like this. Sci-Fucking looked at Lin Qingjian's face with interest. Then you underestimate me. She casually straightened her hair and gave a low laugh. If I really do something to you, don't talk about your face, your hands and your legs will all be gone. Have you heard of the bone-melting water used by martial arts schools? Just drop a few drops, and the person will be gone. How simple. The room was suddenly silent. Everyone looked at the girl sitting on the chair in astonishment. She squinted a pair of fox eyes, the ends of her eyes were curved, and she smiled recklessly and stubbornly. Lin Qingjian was stunned, and even forgot her tears. It was as if he had fallen into the ice and snow, and the chill was piercing to the bone. Just kidding, Sci-Fucking snorted, I only do this in the game. I hope you don't play a game with me, and you can't survive if I bump into it. Sci-Fucking, the planner was thoroughly enraged, and he slammed the table. Calculate carefully, how many earth-shaking things have you done in less than a month? How many? Sci-Fucking was still sitting like a grandfather, not serious. Well, let me think about it. Take back the equipment, send the rumor mongers in, and make a bet to remove makeup. It doesn't seem to be very big. Do you want to play a bigger one? I can work hard, The plan was so angry that his chest heaved and his face flushed. I have to admit that at least a quarter of the show's popularity was propped up by Sci-Fucking, whether it was black or red. The other quarter is Xiaoyu. The planner believes that once they ask Sci-Fucking to withdraw from youth, Xiaoyu will also retire without hesitation. Then the whole show is over. Can only endure. Who was in the dressing room yesterday? The planner turned his head and looked at several staff members, holding back his anger. Except you. Several people shook their heads. One of the staff pursed his lips, hesitated for a moment, and finally said, no one has ever been in the dressing room. He wasn't stupid and could naturally guess what happened. An accident happened to Lin Qingjian's face, so she must have something to do with Zhou Qinjia. But on one side is Miss Zhuojia, and on the other side is Sci-Fucking, who was kicked out by Zhuojia. A fool knows how to choose. No one has ever gone in, and the makeup is done by yourself. The planner slapped the table angrily. Mr. Lin's face is rotten by himself. What's the use of finding someone? Monitoring is a decoration. Sci-Fucking raised his eyes. Do you have a brain? Can't adjust monitoring. Mr. Si, did you say such a thing when you knew that the surveillance could not be adjusted at all? Lin Qingjian laughed angrily. The state games will be held in Linkhung soon, and the stadium was blocked last night. It's closed, and outsiders are not allowed to enter. The program team can only rent for half a day. This is an order from the Western State General Administration. You said that you can adjust the monitoring by adjusting the monitoring. Sci-Fucking raised his eyebrows. How do you know that I can tune it when I say it? Lin Qingjian laughed angrily, and tears fell again. It's become like this. I just need you to admit and apologize. Is it difficult? Sci-Fucking ignored her and made a phone call. Well, I'm fine. I need surveillance from 2 to 6 o'clock in the afternoon of the city center stadium yesterday. Yes, the dressing room number 13 on the 3rd floor. Oh, because I'm a cute little salted fish who abides by the law and insists on governing according to the law. Feng San after answering the phone. It makes sense, he couldn't refute it. Feng Santang wanted to know who was the T18 investigator that SI fucking hired last time, but it seemed impossible. He turned his head and told the story again. Yu Zian picked up the pen and wrote down the last word, her voice flat, make a call and say it's me. Yu Zian only needed one word for what no one in Linkhong could do under the order of the Western State General Administration. Feng San nodded, and immediately made another phone call. The other party said that the monitoring will be sent to the youth program training camp as soon as possible. After Feng San finished his turnaround, he saw the man still standing in front of the desk, his fingers gently caressing the rice paper, his eyes blurred, as if he was caught in some long-term memory. Feng San leaned forward to take a look. Ninth brother, what are you writing? Above is a poem. How can you say that you have no clothes, and you share the same robe with your son? Wang Yuxing is a teacher, repair my spear. Enmity with the sun. The handwriting is majestic and coherent, and the killing spirit that is between the lines is blowing towards the face. Just looking at it like this, the sound of a golden horse and an iron horse seemed to sound in my ears, instantly pulling people back to the era of war raging thousands of years ago. Feng San took a step back, and couldn't help but marvel, ninth brother's word is so strong, even my old man can't compare. Yu Zian stood still for a long time, and then said slowly, go out. Feng San hurriedly backed away. He thought about it and asked a question in the small group. You said, what do girls generally like? A bunch of people burst out immediately. Feng San, what happened? Thinking of spring? I don't know what girls generally like, but I like guns, so send me a new model. Send a gun? I found out the secret of your years of being single. Good thinking. I look forward to Feng San making a mistake and being driven back one day, so that I can serve the Lord. Feng San couldn't bear it any longer, and finally broke out the foul language. You know shit. How dare he like Miss Si? But it's enough for him to hold Miss C's thigh tightly. No one else can get a piece of the pie. The program group is here. 10 minutes passed, and after a break at noon, Li Jingchen finished the course. He went out to the director to discuss something, and happened to bump into Lin Qingjian, who came out of the bathroom. Li Jingchen was stunned for a while, but he didn't speak, and was about to knock on the door to go in. Instead, Lin Qingjian stopped her. Mr. Li, I know you've been avoiding me recently, and I don't know if you've listened to what someone said. Lin Qingjian's eyes were red, showing weakness. I've been backing down, but you see. What is the result of my retreat? Li Jingchen was a little embarrassed. He pursed his lips. Nothing. What's wrong with you? It's nothing, Lin Qingjian said briefly. That's it? The doctor said that you were only allergic for a few days. Tell the show team, don't slap your face when filming everyday life these days. Li Jingchen comforted her. If you tell the outside world that you have a cold, it will be fine. Really? Lin Qingjian gave a wry smile. Appearance is too important for a star. I can finally understand why teacher Si wears makeup all the time. Who wants to expose all his shortcomings? Li Jingchen frowned and his voice became cold. Then she is too vicious. It is not uncommon for the entertainment industry to frame each other for an interview. He hated this kind of behavior. But today's entertainment industry has become more and more unhealthy, and there is no way to reverse it. Mr. Si also said that the surveillance will be adjusted. Lin Qingjian smiled even more awkwardly. Where did she get the surveillance? She shook her head, knocked on the door and went in. Planning, director, I thought about it, I'd better quit the show. I'm rotten now, who knows if I'll do something disgusting one day and die. As soon as these words came out, everyone's expressions changed. No, Li Jingchen was the first to react, with a serious expression. It's already been divided into classes. How can you quit? Who will take over? What's more, with the current popularity of youth, how many people are watching? If Lin Qingjian quits, what will the audience think? Then what can I do? Lin Qingjian was helpless. I just want a public apology. Is it so difficult? After listening, Li Jingchen turned his head. "Si fucking, Mr. Lin doesn't care about this matter. You apologize to Mr. Lin on Weibo now. If you do, you must admit your mistake. I said earlier that she was all gone. Why are you still standing here beeping?" Si fucking opened his eyes. There was no smile in his eyes, only a sullen look left. "Noisy me to rest, are you bothered?" Li Jingchen was also on fire. He was about to say something when the door was knocked again, and the voice from outside was respectful. "Miss Si, I'm here to send you the surveillance you want. See you tomorrow." After having everything taken away, she returns as a god. Author, Qing Qian. Chapter 72. The room was silent for a moment, and everyone's movements were also a meal. "It's very fast." Si fucking straightened his waist and opened his half-closed eyes. "Please come in." The door was pushed open, and a middle-aged man came in. He wears a suit, his hair is pulled back, he wears eyes, and he is meticulous and rigorous. The middle-aged man was not surprised to see so many people there. He just glanced at the scene, then walked precisely in front of Si fucking and handed over a USB flash drive. "Miss Si, this is the monitoring you need," the middle-aged man respectfully said, "not only in the dressing room, but also the monitoring in the locker room and the arena." "It's hard work." Si fucking nodded in thanks. "It's really troublesome for you to make a trip." "Miss Si is polite." The middle-aged man smiled. "It's just monitoring, it's not a secret." He raised his head and looked at the girl carefully, but he really didn't see it for granted. Zhou just came to the conclusion that the makeup technique is very poor. Of course, the likes of the big man above are not something he can spy on. There may be some special quirks. The middle-aged man sneered, smiled politely, and then withdrew. The stalemate atmosphere was relieved a lot. The plan turned his head and frowned at the staff who came in. "What's going on?" The staff wiped their sweat and then took a breath. "Just now, that gentleman was holding a business card from the State Sports Association and said that he came to send important things, and we sent him up." The planner was surprised. State Sports Association. The Western State Games is naturally held by the State Athletic Association. Linkhung is the central city of Zizhu, and the State Sports Association has requisitioned the largest stadiums to strictly prevent all kinds of people from entering and leaving. Of course, it is impossible for them to compete with the people from the Sports Association. In addition, there is basically no intersection between the entertainment circle and the sports circle, so it is even more difficult to adjust the monitoring. But now, people from the State Sports Association have personally delivered the monitoring to the door? So fast? In an instant, everyone's eyes went wrong. Lin Qingjian was also shocked, her ears buzzing. The Sports Association is one of the largest organizations in Daxia today, and even an athlete who has just entered has won awards. Not to mention the core ones, they are all champions who have won individual gold medals in international games. Although the management is behind the scenes, the strength is also not simple. It is very likely that an uncle who watches the gates has been on the international stage decades ago, but he is bored after retirement to see the juniors. Does Si fucking know anyone from the State Sports Association? How can that be? Even a leading company in the entertainment industry like TNL Media cannot use people from the Sports Association. "What are you looking at me for?" Si fucking folded his legs and put his arms on the back of the chair, smiling. "Look at the surveillance cameras. I need to teach you about this trivial matter." "What about your family?" The director was in a hurry to plan to get angry and hurriedly said, "Quick, look at the surveillance and find out who caused Teacher Lin to become like this." The staff immediately recovered, inserted the USB flash drive into the computer, and lowered the projection screen. The surveillance is played at 8 times the speed, and everyone who enters the dressing room can be clearly seen. And it turns out that SI fucking never entered the dressing room before the performance of the theme song. Mr. Lin has forgotten things, so I will remind you one more thing. SI fucking pursed his lips. As for me, I have good skin and don't need to touch up makeup, so I don't need a dressing room. Of course, this is also because you have a lot of makeup, and you take up my desk, so I have nowhere to go. As soon as these words fell, the planner's eyes swept sharply towards Lin Qingjian. Lin Qingjian was shocked, and a layer of cold sweat broke out on her back. Her face was pale. The video is still playing. Finally, around 3:30 in the afternoon, a person sneaked around and walked in. After coming in, she went straight to the makeup table with SI fucking's name on it, and tossed it for a while. Stop, the planner said. Who is this person? Not from the show team. The staff who brought Zhou Qinjia in saw that they couldn't hide it, and said bravely, yes, it's Miss Zhou Qinjia from Zhou's family. The Zhou family, the planner shook his hand and said sharply, why let unrelated people come in? The staff murmured, not daring to speak. The people present were all shrewd people. After watching the surveillance, how could they not understand the whole story? They didn't know what happened between SI fucking and the Zhou family. But it was clear that this time, Zhou Qinjia wanted to lean on SI Fu. But because Lin Qingjian occupied SI fucking's table, she became the victim instead. Lin Qingjian froze all over, her lips trembling. She never thought that this was a new long. Have you seen it clearly? SI fucking unscrewed the Coke bottle and took a sip. Come on, open your eyes and see. Did I do it? If you can't see clearly, I can cure your myopia. Both the planner and the director were silent. Li Jingchen was speechless, looking at Lin Qingjian with complicated eyes. Lin Qingjian's expression turned pale in an instant. Yuan, that's how it is. How could Miss Zhou? I think she didn't mean to target me. My face will heal in a few days. Mr. Lin is bullying the soft and afraid of being tough. SI fucking squinted his fox eyes and smiled. I don't care if I find out that it is Miss Zhou, and I don't need to apologize. How come to me, you want to press my head to apologize on Weibo? Lin Qingjian's complexion became paler and she smiled reluctantly. Miss Zhou is an amateur, different from us. I don't care what you are. What I want to tell you is SI fucking stood up and looked down at her. I'm not as soft as you think, you'd better be obedient and be careful. Being watched like this, Lin Qingjian's face froze, the blood all over her body was flowing back, and her fingers were freezing cold. SI fucking took out his phone unhurriedly and shook it. Since you're afraid, I'll call the police for you. Before Lin Qingjian could stop her, SI fucking had already dialed her phone number. Hello, this is the youth training base. A teacher in our program group was poisoned. Yes, there is surveillance as evidence. I will send it here. Whether it is public or private, it depends on the person involved. Well, this matter is very serious. I hope you will detain the poisoner as soon as possible. Lin Qingjian's body was cold, she opened her mouth, but couldn't say a word. It seems that I really have to do something big so that you guys can settle down. SI fucking tidied up his collar and smiled, then we'll see you later. The door was pushed open and closed, and the atmosphere in the room sank again. Mr. Lin, what kind of grievances you and SI fucking have in the future will be resolved privately. The planner is cold, the program team is not the place for you to be promoted. If this matter is exposed, do you think you and the program team will be fine? Lin Qingjian fell on the chair as if she had been exhausted, her face still pale. Zhou Qinjia was brought in by her. What should I do now? Left here. Today is Sunday, Zhou Xianyu did not go to the company and worked from home. She took a sip of coffee, glanced at Zhou Qinjia who rushed to the door from the stairs, frowned. Stop, what are you doing? Zhou Qinjia stopped abruptly, feeling a little guilty, but she still answered, I want to go to the show team to see SI fucking. whether she has a bad face. Bad face, Zhou Xianyu's voice suddenly became cold. What good thing have you done? Big brother and fourth uncle are still lying in the hospital, do you want to go in too? That's it, Zhou Qinja said falteringly, as long as she uses those cosmetics, her face will definitely rot. Zhou Qinja, Zhou Xianyu was angry, are you missing a brain? You are not afraid of Si fucking sue you if you poison your real name. How is that possible? Zhou Qinja didn't care. She is afraid of the Zhou family, so she still sues. This is Linkheng, can she sue? Whether they are afraid of the Zhou family or not, you shouldn't do something so easy to be discovered. Zhou Xianyu endured his anger, come back, don't go. Zhou Qinja was unhappy, oh, second sister, I'll take a look and I'll be back soon. She later learned about the gambling between Si fucking and Lin Qinjian on Weibo, and was very proud of her foresight. Ruining Si fucking's face will make him look unsightly after removing his makeup. Zhou Xianyu was unmoved, and said coldly, no. Zhou Qinja pouted and could only turn back to the bedroom. The doorbell rang at this moment, ding dong. Zhou Xianyu put down the coffee cup and stared at the computer, go open the door. Oh, Zhou Qinja was very obedient, but opened the door unhappily. So early in the morning, who has nothing to do to disturb people's cleaning? Ching Ching will bring some sports competition, and it is also a new attempt, I hope you like it. It will be on the shelves in a few days. After it is on the shelf, I will take you to Fly Equal 3 Equals. It's Monday, ask for a recommendation ticket. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. After having everything taken away, she returns as a god. Author, Qing Qian. Chapter 73. Being stopped by Zhou Xianyu from going out, Zhou Qinja was in a very bad mood. Now that he is disturbed again, his tone is not much better. She opened the door, impatiently, who, are you annoying in the morning, you? Everything after that was cut off. Zhou Qinja stared blankly at the two police officers standing at the door, her face turning pale little by little. It's done, she's done. Zhou Xianyu noticed something was wrong and finally raised his head, who is here? Zhou Qinja still didn't speak, she was dumbfounded. Miss Zhou Qinja, right, the female police officer looked at her and took out her ID card, you are suspected of a poisoning case, please come with us. This sentence made Zhou Qinja completely awake, and she shivered, second sister. Although she had done a lot of things, it was the first time she had alerted the police, so how could she not be afraid? What poisoning case? Zhou Xianyu calmly stepped forward, is there any evidence? If there is no evidence, we will not come directly to the door. The female police officer's voice was faint, someone surrendered to the police without evidence a while ago, and has been warned. Zhou Xianyu did not speak. She knew that this was the matter of the Chen family's mistaken arrest of Si fucking. The male police officer couldn't help but say, he had already taken out the handcuffs, handcuffed Zhou Qinja, and snorted coldly, you're young, and your mind is vicious. Destroying a girl's face as soon as it is destroyed, how vicious is this? Don't, Zhou Qinja woke up completely, she screamed and struggled desperately, I don't want to go. I didn't poison. No. Don't move, the female police officer shouted, add one more degree to the crime of interfering with the handling of the case. This crime is too big. Zhou Xianyu immediately made a decision, Qinja, be obedient and go. Zhou Qinja couldn't cry anymore, second sister, I'm not leaving. Zhou Xianyu motioned for the two servants to come forward, and cooperated with the two police officers to take Zhou Qinja away from the Zhou family's old house. She slowly exhaled, pressed her temples, and called Zhou Tianfeng, who was in the company. There have been too many things recently, and Zhou Xianyu is also very irritable. It's time to get someone to look at the feng shui. At this time. Youth training base, number 2 dance room. Si fucking sat cross-legged on the ground, holding a guitar. Her fox eyes narrowed slightly, slender porcelain white fingers plucked the strings, and the fingers of the other hand pressed against the fretboard. The music sounded, and Shiyu spoke nervously. Just after singing a sentence, Si fucking interrupted, turn it down, sing again, relax, don't strain your throat, you are so nervous off the court, what should you do when you go on stage? Shiyu took a few deep breaths and continued singing. It's still low, let's sing again. The highest range of these 2 lines you sang is E2, you only have C2 now, improve. Su Ziun on the side shrank his shoulders. Teacher sees devil single training, he really doesn't want to experience it a second time. An hour later, Si fucking finally nodded, okay, just follow this practice. Shiyu wiped his sweat, but he was more excited, thank you, teacher Si. He never imagined that his progress could be so great. Si fucking adjusted the strings again and clicked his tongue, this guitar is not good. It can't be used when you are playing. I will find someone to tune it again for you. Su Ziun wondered, how did you see it? Use your eyes. Xiaoyu laughed softly. Su Ziun felt that he was being mocked. I don't have any requirements for Xiaoyu, just to win the praise king for the first performance. Si fucking clasped his hands, propped his chin, raised his eyebrows and smiled, if your praise king is robbed, you know the consequences. For each performance, 1,000 audience judges will be selected to like and vote, and the one with the highest number of votes is the like king. Like the king can choose the next performance track, you can also specify the opponent. Xiaoyu narrowed his eyes, I won't disappoint teacher Si. Su Ziun scratched his head. What do you think of me? Si fucking lifted the hair on his forehead and kicked him, hurry up and practice your dance. If you get 100 likes, don't blame me for being cruel to you. Su Ziun fainted in an instant, and he was weak, teacher Si, do you really think I can make my debut? Why not? Si fucking raised his head and said lightly, I'll teach you, if you still can't make your debut, you don't have to make your debut, just go back and rebuild. When he was in Glen before, Chu Lingyun said that it was too difficult to ask her for advice. But as long as there are pointers, it is 1 point. The importance of a good teacher is evident. She didn't even think about what kind of students she would bring. Si fucking tilted his head and smiled, work hard, don't you want to enter Glen? Su Ziun was stunned for a while, unable to react. Okay, I'll rest for a while. Si fucking stretched out, practice yourself. She returned to the lounge, lay down on the sofa, and took out her mobile phone. Boss, is it a lot of money to find someone to adjust the monitoring? It took 5 minutes to reply. Boss, huh? Don't worry, I will repay you, and I will treat your legs tonight. Boss, Si fucking looked at the two thoughtfully and shrugged. How is it like her senior brother, saying one more word can kill you? Can't make fun of it? Not fun at all. So she switched to another one. Ning 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 ning, I want to eat matcha daifuku and strawberry sandwich cookies, rolling and selling cute.jpg. Zhang Changning. Zhang Changning, got it? Si fucking sighed. It's still a girl, it's soft and can be pinched. Left here. Zhou Tianfeng hurried home after knowing that Zhou Qinjia was taken away by the police. This rubbish, he slapped the table heavily and said angrily, there are already a lot of things at home, and she is still falling off the chain at a critical moment, who has time to take care of her? Too many bad things have happened recently. If it weren't for the two Onmyoji of the Dongzhang Tangshan family. Father, don't worry. Zhou Xianyu was still indifferent, as long as the parties do not sue, they will not go to court. Yes, Zhou Tianfeng waved his hand, it's just a little star, it's really not good, give me some money to settle it. He has never heard of Lin Qingjian, which proves that she has no nationality and is not known to everyone. Like SI fucking, he is a dance instructor, so what kind of background can he have? At most, there is only one gold owner, but the Zhou family is the first family in Linkhung. Which gold owner will meet the Zhou family for a plaything? Zhou Xianyu nodded. I also have this intention. That's right, Zhou Tianfeng asked suddenly, did you go to the cardiopulmonary department to ask about the Chinese medicine? In fact, they themselves don't know about the cardiopulmonary department. Zhou Xianyu shook his head. Even the attending physician only knows the surname, and I'm still waiting for the call. Okay, Zhou Tianfeng didn't force it, he got up immediately. If you can ask, contact me as soon as possible. I'll go to the police station first, then what that little star, let her come over quickly. Zhou Xianyu nodded. Zhou Tianfeng didn't even have time to take a sip of water, and hurried out again. Zhou Xianyu then sorted out the company's documents. Not long after, the phone rang. Zhou Xianyu picked it up. Hello, I have contacted you to ask you about the situation of the national doctor who has been rumored in the cardiopulmonary department. That's right, Miss Zhou, it's about the patient's privacy, and it's not convenient for us to disclose it here. The attending physician was very polite. Of course, I'll tell the lady about you, and if she wants, she will naturally contact you. Okay, sorry for the trouble. Zhou Xianyu nodded and hesitated again. You mean Miss? This Chinese doctor, is she very young? On the shelves on Saturdays there will be more than 20,000 words to 30,000 words on the day of the shelves. It will start from more than 40 chapters. There is no specific prototype for the show. With reference to some 100 talent shows, as well as my own private settings, I remind the babies again not to substitute any real people. This is the second dimension of the novel. During the school closure due to the epidemic, I lost 6 pounds, and suddenly I feel that it is not bad. 2333. After having everything taken away, she returns as a god. Author, Qing Qian. Chapter 74. Sorry, the attending physician still said vaguely, I will contact her as soon as possible. Zhou Xianyu didn't ask any further. Okay, thank you. She has no feelings for the fourth master of the Zhou family and hates his behavior. Whether the fourth master of the Zhou family can be cured or not has nothing to do with her. Zhou Xianyu made another call and instructed, contact that Miss Lin Qingjian, we will compensate. At this time, Lin Qingjian was naturally embarrassed to go to class again. She arranged the dance in advance and let the trainees train on their own first. After the agent learned what happened, he hurried over and happened to receive a call from Zhou's family. The other party coldly asked them to go to the police station immediately. You're crazy, the agent jumped up. How dare you sue the Zhou family? Do you know the Zhou family's status in Linkhung? You still have to record a program in Linkhung for 2 months. Don't want to live anymore. The Zhou family is not an aristocratic family or a big family in the 49 cities, but it is still a leader in Linkhung and has a wide network of contacts. Lin Qingjian's savings over the past few years have also been tens of millions, and it is impossible to compare with the background of the Zhou family. The Zhou family made some moves in Linkhung to make a person disappear, which was normal. It's not me. Lin Qingjian was also furious, her eyes were red, she gritted her teeth, it's SI fucking. She didn't even listen to me and called the police. It was impossible for her to care about anything with Zhou Qingja, and she was unlucky in this matter. But SI fucking's hand directly pushed her to the opposite of Zhou's family. This SI fucking, the agent's expression became cold. You don't know what benefits she can get by bullying you like this. She is not the lowest existence in the entertainment industry. But it's also reasonable. It's also an idol, and your popularity is a few streets away from her. It's normal for her to be jealous of you. Hearing this, Lin Qingjian felt better. Let's go to the police station first. With the Zhou family to clear the relationship, Lin Qingjian quickly arrived at the police station. She pursed her lips, "Miss Qingja, I dash." Before she could finish her sentence, she was severely slapped on the face. Zhou Qingjia's strength was not small, and Lin Qingjian was wearing high heels again, and she fell to the ground with a twist of her foot. Her ankles and face were red and swollen, and Lin Qingjian was beaten. "Miss Zhou," the manager's expression changed, and he hurriedly helped her up. "Qingjian's face is insured." "Have you been insured?" Zhou Qingja contemptuously said. "How much? Do you think you are the actress Yunlin, and your face is worth 1 billion? Come, tell me the number, and I'll write you a check." Zhou Zonghe is also a master who likes to play, and has played many 18th-tier starlets. Zhou Qingja has long been dark about this set. The current entertainment industry? Isn't it all about their capital? Lin Qingjian's eyes turned red. "Miss Qingja, don't insult me." "This is called insulting you," Zhou Qingja sneered. "Why didn't you think about it when you called the police to arrest me? I warn you, this matter can only be private, or public, and see if you can invite me." "A lawyer?" Lin Qingjian's eyes were red with anger, but she could only show weakness. "Miss Qingja says what she says." "You are acquainted," Zhou Qingja proudly said. "I don't need to teach you how to say it later, right?" She didn't even look at Lin Qingjian, raised her chin and left. The agent can only keep calm. Lin Qingjian bit her lip, tears welling in her eyes. "I'm fine." "Hey, let's have some snacks," the agent sighed. "Forget about fighting with Si fucking, don't get involved with the Zhou family, we can't provoke the Zhou family." "I didn't want to get involved with the Zhou family at all." Lin Qingjian's expression distorted for the first time. "Si, Fu, Cheng. If it wasn't for Si fucking calling the police, how could she be so humiliated?" "Actually, you don't need to take her too seriously," the agent thought thoughtfully. "I heard some rumors from Tianol media that Si fucking would die very ugly during the first performance." Lin Qingjian was stunned. "How do you say?" "It's not clear yet," the agent shook his head. "You should take good care of your injuries first, and don't be photographed by the paparazzi." Lin Qingjian follows the positioning of idols, and her face is very important. Lin Qingjian nodded, feeling extremely aggrieved in her heart, but there was nothing she could do. She lowered her head, hiding the hatred in her eyes. A day of training is over quickly. Su Ziun fell to the ground. "Teacher Si, you are merciful, let me rest for a while." "What kind of mercy, do you think I'm a Buddha?" Si fucking kicked him again. "I'm a killer in the game without blinking an eye." Su Ziun said weakly, "Mr. Si, you should be the one who should read less novels and anime. It is forbidden to make suggestions to the tutor, and I will not change it." Si fucking put on his coat. "I will check the training results tomorrow." She sent a few more training sheets before leaving the base. Because he said in advance that he was going to the small courtyard of the villa to show Yu Xian's legs, Feng San had already parked the car outside and waited. "There is another person waiting, Zhou Xianyu." Si fucking's fox eyes narrowed, and she raised her hand behind her, signaling Feng San not to come over yet. Feng San has been practicing martial arts since childhood, and has followed Yu Xian for so many years, so he naturally knows how to cover up his whereabouts. Zhou Xianyu didn't find it at all. "I know it's you who called the police this time." Zhou Xianyu's eyes were cold. "I remember that at Grandpa's funeral, I told you, don't do anything smart on your own, you can't compete with the entire Zhou family. I also remember that I told you, don't mess with me." Si fucking hugged his arms. "By the way, I will look at your face, I see your face turning black, there will be a disaster of blood, do you want me to give it to you? Draw a talisman and suppress it?" She could feel that her first ray of luck had returned. Although weak, it's a good start. The Zhou family has a large population, and her luck will slowly be withdrawn bit by bit. And the closer you are to Mr. Zhou, the more luck she will have on him. She checked and found that Zhou Xianyu did not have any talent for business when he was a child. It was in the year that she arrived at Zhou's house, when Zhou Xianyu was 10 years old, that she suddenly became enlightened. Zhou Xianyu frowned. What talisman paper? You went abroad to learn singing and dancing, why did you learn these superstitions? Is something? Hello, I fucking ignored her and answered the phone. Well, it's me, what's wrong? I don't know what was said there. Oh, I fucking suddenly laughed lazily. If you want to see the king of hell as soon as possible, I can help. She turned back and smiled. There are a lot of people in this world who want to see Hades, do you think so? Zhou Xianyu's expression turned completely cold. I don't know what to do. Zhou Xianyu has always had a clear position on her interpersonal relationships. She doesn't waste time making good relationships with people who don't help her. Si fucking is such a person. She's really wasting her time. Zhou Xianyu didn't want to talk to Si fucking anymore, so he left with his bag. Si fucking ended the call and walked slowly to the back to get into the car. Feng San said, Miss Si, over there from the Zhou family. Don't worry about it. Si fucking leaned on the back of the chair. I have something with them, and I'll talk about it when they come back. Feng San didn't understand a bit. Can't you just grab it and it's over? The situation is different, it's not something that can be directly grabbed. Yes, boss. Si Fu tilted his head, his fox eyes curled up. Please have a snack, my girlfriend made it, it's super delicious, I'll give you something that's not sweet. She opened the snack box, took a piece of dessert, and handed it over. Girlfriend, hearing this, Yu Xian's eyebrows moved slightly, and she actually picked up the sentence, Yu Tang. That's right, Ning Ning is, so is Tang Tang, Si Fu said righteously. I can't live up to their hearts for me, so they are my girlfriends. What's wrong with me? I just want to give every girl who likes me a home. Rao is Yu Xian. Hearing this sentence, his expression also paused. He propped his head up, slowly put the dim sum on his lips and took a bite, with a more casual smile in his words, well, it's good. Feng San covered his face. Facts have proved that no matter how serious the topic is, it can be taken away by Miss Si. Here, Zhou Xianyu returned to Zhou. She dug out a few documents and went to work. Just picked up the pen and received a call back from the hospital. Sorry, Miss Zhou, said the other side, I have already asked for you, she doesn't have the time, and I also told you about your offer, but she still doesn't agree, and said to see the king of hell. He still didn't say it in the end. After getting this reply, Zhou Xianyu frowned, a little unhappy. Can I know why? Yesterday I went to the school gym to exercise. I felt that the pain in the cervical spine was relieved. Another feeling was that there are so many beautiful women. Yesterday, I dreamed of a new fantasy worldview, but when I woke up, I forgot all about it. 3. The launch event will come out the day after tomorrow, see you tomorrow. After having everything taken away, she returns as a god. Author, Qing Qian. Chapter 75. Sorry, the attending physician still said these two words. The lady didn't say that, I still have something to do, so I'll be busy first. I don't know what the Zhou family did to make the doctor say the words meet the king of hell. Okay, I see. Zhou Xianyu slowly exhaled, thank you. After the call ended, she pressed her temples, and she was in no mood to continue working. Zhou Xianyu has been the daughter of heaven since she was a child. Unexpectedly, the Zhou family and herself were used as bargaining chips, but they were still rejected by the other party. And when he learned from the hospital that the so-called Chinese doctor was very young, Zhou Xianyu couldn't help but feel a little unhappy in his heart. In her mind, she went through the younger generations of the 5 states and states of Daxia and the 4 and 9 cities, but she really couldn't find a person who could be the right person. Although the Su family, a medical family in 4-9 city, has daughters, they do not specialize in cardiopulmonary medicine. As for the Yanqinjning family, Zhou Xianyu did not consider it. The Ning family cultivated a witch doctor, which was not the same as modern medicine at all, and would never go to the hospital. Zhou Xianyu collected his thoughts and forced himself into a working state. At 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the door was pushed open, and Zhou Qinjie crept in, very guilty. Snapped. With a sound, the pen holder was swept to the ground. Zhou Xianyu said coldly, "You still have the face to come back." Zhou Qinjie was startled, and her arrogance from Lin Qinjian disappeared at once. Second sister. It's very good to put yourself in the police station." Zhou Xianyu's face was cold. "The next time you fall into Sci-Fi's hands, no one at home will save you." Although Zhou Qinjie did not keep a criminal record in the end, she could not hide the fact that she entered the police station. Tomorrow at the latest, it will spread among the wealthy circles in Linkhung. Zhou's face is completely lost. Zhou Xianyu held back his anger. "You are not allowed to leave the house for a month." Zhou Qinjie was very unhappy. Second sister. "Okay, listen to your sister." Zhou Tianfeng was also very impatient. "The old lady is coming back from Sijukan, do you want to make her angry again?" Zhou Qinjie shrank her neck and did not dare to speak. "Grandma is discharged." Zhou Xianyu frowned. "That Sci-Fucking. In addition to Mr. Zhou, Mrs. Zhou is also very good to Sci-Fucking." If Sci-Fucking went to Mrs. Zhou's side to show her face, it was impossible for Mrs. Zhou to invite her back in distress. "It just so happens that when your grandma comes back, we will officially terminate the adoption agreement with Sci-Fucking." Zhou Tianfeng, "Your grandma is sensible and knows the seriousness of the matter. You must not let Sci-Fucking suck the blood of the Zhou family again. The Barren Mountain project is about to come down. I watched how Sci-Fucking lost everything. Bai took Zhuojia's 2 billion, and it was time to spit it out." Zhou Xianyu nodded, and said again what happened at the hospital. "Rejected." Zhou Tianfeng also frowned. "Forget it, aren't we going to help Master Yu Yao find a ghost hand doctor? Compared with the ghost hand doctor, it's worth noting this national doctor." Zhou Tianfeng was also extremely curious after learning from Yu Yao how outstanding the medical skills of the ghost hand heavenly doctor were. Zhou Xianyu responded, "Okay, I will pay attention." The next day, 11:30 at noon. Sci-Fucking and Chu Lingyun made an appointment at a tea restaurant. While waiting for her, Chu Lingyun was watching Youth. Just after watching Xiaoyu's performance of the theme song, Sci-Fucking arrived. Here Chu Lingyun put down the tablet. "Sit and sit." Sci-Fucking was not polite, sat down opposite him, and grabbed a snack to eat. She squinted and leaned back in the chair, languidly like a fox basking in the sun. "No wonder you asked me for a set of men's clothes that day." Chu Lingyun couldn't stop nodding, exclaiming, "You are a student who has a strong ability to control the stage, the typhoon is very stable, and the expression management is also very good. But then again, he's a fan of Yunlin, right? I learned a thing or two of the essence." He was inexplicably more intimate with Xiaoyu's dance. "Because he did see Yun Ian's shadow in it." Sci-Fucking paused for a moment, then dragged his voice, "Probably, not." "No," Chu Lingyun was really surprised. "Daxia is basically divided into two types, one is Yunlin's fans, and the other is on the way to becoming Yunlin's fans, but he is not yet." "I must stop." Sci-Fucking interrupted him, "I think you are exaggerating." "No, absolutely not," Chu Lingyun emphasized heavily. "Oh, I understand, you are a newcomer in the entertainment industry, I don't know how high her status is in Daxia. Daxia people, despite being discriminated and excluded, can still break into Glen single-handedly, and make the entire showbiz bow their heads. Such an honor is unprecedented." Sci-Fucking. She hadn't been to Daxia a few times before, and she really didn't know. "When I have time, I want to meet your student." Chu Lingyun watched Xiaoyu's performance again with satisfaction. "I want to sign him to my studio, what do you think?" "Huh," Sci-Fu raised his eyebrows, I haven't debuted as a student yet, so director Chu just wants to grab it? It's a bit unkind, isn't it? Chu Lingyun coughed awkwardly. It's rare to see another talented person. I'm passionate about love, but you give me a piece of moon embroidery at will. It still hurts my heart. He only had a few pieces of moon embroidery in his hands. He was planning to send Si fucking one. Unexpectedly, Si fucking didn't want it, but gave it to Xiaoyu instead. What's so heart-wrenching? Si fucking held his chin, his brows and eyes were lazy. Just knit some more. Weave some more. Chu Lingyun raised his voice. You said it like weaving moon embroidery is as simple as drinking water. Si fucking nodded seriously. That's more tiring than drinking water. After all, you need to move both hands together. Chu Lingyun. It was so reasonable that he couldn't even refute it. It's not a question of whether we can knit or not, Chu Lingyun sighed. It's because those craftsmen don't know where they are going. You may not believe it. I have a few horses in my hand when I was filming with Yun Lan. Went to a village and bought the last few horses. I'll go back later. People go to the village, and there's not even a trace. Si fucking was silent for a moment, then whispered, is that so? Also, I'm here to tell you that I'm leaving Linkhung soon, Chu Lingyun said seriously. If you have anything else, remember to tell me. Si Fu nodded. Today, the Zhejiang will announce the candidate for the spokesperson, Chu Lingyun added. I don't ask you to remove your makeup on the show, but you must show your true face when you shoot commercials and makeup photos. Si fucking clicked his tongue. Okay. Friday, I'll take a few makeup photos first. Chu Lingyun glanced at the time. Just in time, I'll catch a flight after taking your makeup photos. Si fucking sighed. Never stop, you deserve to be the king of introversion. Chu Lingyun was puzzled. What? It's nothing. Si fucking was serious for a second. I mean that director Chu works hard and is very serious. Well, work really can't be slack. Chu Lingyun nodded. You eat, I'm working. Si fucking ate without the slightest psychological burden. On one side, a certain Pixiu's two front paws were placed on the bag, and he was staring at the watch on Chu Lingyun's hand. It's delicious. Si fucking naturally sensed what it was thinking, and slapped a certain Pixiu on the head. I just ate a gold brick yesterday, so I'll take your drool, don't even think about it. Noob. Woohoo, dog owners are the worst. Zhejiang is a matter of Ian's brand, and it has not been disclosed to the public, so there is not much attention. But because it is one of the few national-style brands, there are still some people who are looking forward to it. At Vietsifukingv, in the days to come, we will spend it together hand in hand. A picture is attached below. It is the silhouette of Si fucking. As soon as this Weibo came out, netizens all exploded. Si fucking? I am not wrong, right? Just her? Costume model spokesperson doesn't choose a good-looking one, choose the secretary to help, are you crazy? I died laughing, because I know that the face can't be seen, so I can only put a silhouette. Does Si fucking really have capital? Youth is a dance instructor, and now he has won 11 Jeonjao's spokesperson. Whoever watched it would not say it. I'm not targeting Si fucking, I just want to know, does she have acting skills or face? Why do you endorse the national style ready-to-wear brand, although being a model doesn't require you to look so alluring? Si fucking, say it yourself, with your unattractive face, are you worthy? Makeup removal countdown 2333. Do you have any peripherals you want? It can also be written in this book. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. After having everything taken away, she returns as a god. Author, Qing Qian. Chapter 76. Even netizens who didn't pay attention to youth have heard about Si fucking. After all, Stargirl, as a returning group, has been very popular this year. In addition, Sci-Fucking is incompetent in singing and dancing, and her makeup is still unsightly, so she naturally pays more attention. Fans who are often involved in the entertainment industry also know what Sci-Fucking is like, and they all protested against it. Served, a good national style brand, I thought I could go abroad, that's all, that's it. Gossip, Xia Sheng also went to interview for this brand. She was unsuccessful, but Sci-Fucking was selected. I won't say how powerful capital is. This sentence caused another uproar. More and more netizens gathered under 11 Jianjiao's official Weibo, and strongly resisted Sci-Fucking, demanding the release of a video of the interview. Sci-Fu tended not to care much about the news on the internet. She was still busy treating her own boss for a leg problem. Originally, her Weibo account was always in the hands of her agent Feng Piazi and controlled by the company, but now she has locked her Weibo account. Once someone logs in from different places, the virus will attack immediately. When it came to announcing the endorsement, Chu Lingyun was also sending her a message. She had always been the shopkeeper. There was endless debate on the internet, and there was also agitation in the training base. Some are happy, some are amazed, some are jealous. Mr. Si, congratulations, Su Ziun was sincerely happy, you have an endorsement, and you can eat a lot of fried chicken. Xia Yu also looked over, and he raised his eyebrows. Mr. Si, is this about to remove makeup? Sci-Fucking tilted his head and said, I'm going to take a makeup photo on Friday, and I'll post it on Weibo at that time. I'll barely stand up. She squeezed her face regretfully. She also likes to kill Matt's makeup, which can save her a lot of trouble. Xia Yu said in a leisurely tone, I'm looking forward to it. Teacher Si, looks don't matter. Su Ziun relieved, beauty in mind is enough. You see, we like you because of your kindness. We are definitely not people who look at faces. Sci-Fucking smiled, and she squeezed the Coke can in her hand expressionlessly. Do you say it again? Ah, Su Ziun was at a loss. I said we don't judge people by their appearance. No matter how ugly you are, Teacher Si, I will respect you too. Sci-Fucking smiled, very good. Saying she's vicious doesn't mean she's ugly. Xiaobai patted his belly lazily. Dog owners have today too. Sci-Fucking took out a few forms from the folder and slapped them on the ground. This is your training plan for the past 4 days, Xia Yu, you can't miss him at all. When Su Ziun saw the 8-kilometer run in the morning, his whole body wilted. Dad. Daddy is merciful. It's useless to call your grandma. Sci-Fucking held his head. Saturday is your first performance, so don't be frightened. Performance is the only criterion for testing the strength of trainees. Not only requires strong singing and dancing skills, but expression management and mentality are also very important, and several of them are indispensable. Shi Yu and the other 3 trainees nodded their heads, definitely. Xia Yu was training his flexibility at the waist, and he suddenly asked, Mr. Si likes watching anime movies. Do you believe that there are superpowers in this world? I believe it. Su Ziun suddenly became energetic. I believe there is light and justice in this world. Then he was kicked again. What's the use of having superpowers? Sci-Fucking raised his head slowly, his voice calm. You can't save anyone, so it's better not to. Xia Yu's expression froze, and he whispered, Teacher Si. Hurry up and practice. Sci-Fucking rudely said, if you don't practice well, I will punish you for stripping in front of your fans. Xia Yu. A bit harsh. He admitted it. The other side. In the lounge. Lin Qingjian was still wearing a mask, and her expression was haggard. She went to several other hospitals, and the doctors said that she would not get better in a short time. But the other party was Miss Zhou, and Lin Qingjian didn't dare to say a word after being insulted by money. The agent whispered a few words in her ear. Lin Qingjian was extremely surprised. she can actually get an advertisement endorsement. She has specifically learned that since Sci-Fucking returned to China, there has not been a separate announcement. And the stage performance that followed the starry Sky Girl has always been the background board. Stargirl's fans also hate Sci-Fucking's dragging behavior. Lin Qingjian didn't believe that Sci-Fucking could get an endorsement by virtue of his own ability. But TNL Media has always only regarded Sci-Fucking as a tool person. Why did it even help her get an endorsement? Yeah, other people can't understand it, the agent said. It's just about dancing and singing on stage. An advertisement that depends on her face was actually given to her, even when Xia Sheng also went to the interview. The brand side doesn't know if it's blind. Lin Qingjian smiled. I also heard Su Ruotong say that 11 Jianjiao is not famous, but because Xia Sheng likes the national style very much, she took the initiative to lower her status and went to the interview site. Now she didn't have an interview, but she was taken by Sci-Fucking, a black person from all over the internet. She won't be happy when she thinks about it. Xia Sheng is 24 years old this year and entered the modeling industry at the age of 16. 8 years of crawling and rolling is not something Sci-Fucking can compare with. Xia Sheng is not a top model, but she has also walked through many shows in China. She has a total of 8 million Weibo fans, so she is considered a little famous. At least compared to Sci-Fucking, the fan base is much stronger. Isn't it? The agent shook his head. But don't tell me, Sci-Fucking's physique is amazing. Black and red are also red. Her popularity is really inexplicable, and who doesn't want this luck? There has always been a saying in the entertainment industry, Xiao Hong relies on support, De Hong relies on life, and strong support is condemned by heaven. Luck is a mysterious thing, but people in the circle believe it. Some artists even change their names in order to become popular. Lin Qingjian didn't care. If she really has any luck, she can still be like this. That's true, the agent nodded. Xia Sheng's fans are already mad. Lin Qingjian became interested. I'll take a look. The news that Xia Sheng went to the interview had already spread in her super words. Apparently it was released intentionally. Xia Sheng has been silent, but fans can see that she has been online many times, and they are even more angry, and they are fighting for her. I don't understand, why did Sheng lose the election? If your opponent is a first-line model, you will recognize it. Who is Sci-Fucking? An idol who is famous by black fans. If it weren't for Sheng, I wouldn't know her at all. Laughing to death, the name Sci-Fucking means that there is no such person here, okay. Some angry fans even directly circled the Weibo of Zhejianjiao official and Sci-Fucking. At Xia Sheng's little pillow, don't make any more gambling appointments, just ask, Sci-Fucking, do you dare to remove makeup in front of the whole network? You should let us see what kind of face you are, that makes the brand choose you. It's been 2.5 months, and it will be on the shelves tomorrow, opening the road to slaughtering fans. The fee starts from chapter 42, and it is updated at about 12 o'clock. It is about 5 chapters. Readers who are familiar with me know that I have a lot of words in a chapter, between 4,000 and 5,000 words, so a chapter will be updated by others for a day. The data of this book is really not very good. I hope that all the capable children will order it. It supports the genuine version. The first order is very important. It costs a few cents for 1,000 words. Several events, deadline at the end of the month. One full booking event. The fully ordered baby will leave a comment when it hits the shelves tomorrow. Draw 3 notebooks, and 2 physical signature books of Ying Huang. 2 fan list activities. Xiao, Xiang, red sleeve, Q reading, fan list 1-2, Ying Huang to sign a book and custom pillow or a set of pixie ornaments, 2. 3-5, customized stand or canvas bag, optional character. 3 monthly ticket activities. The monthly pass is full 666 plus 1 more, the baby who has voted for the monthly pass will comment on the lottery, 2 fans, and 1 copy of the Emperor to sign. The physical book has not yet come out, and will be notified when it comes out. The starting point is because there is no operating officer yet, so it will be added after the fan list event, monthly pass, and full subscription event are available. 3 =. Thanks again for your support, see you tomorrow. If you have a monthly pass, remember to leave it to Ching Ching. After having everything taken away, she returns as a god. Author, Ching Qian. Chapter 77. Xia Sheng was born as a model, and both her figure and appearance are excellent. She is from Nanzhou again, she has the gentleness of a Jiangnan woman, her temperament is gentle, and she is very fond of fans, so her fans are all loyal fans. Because he was born in a scholarly family, Xia Sheng admires the ancient culture of the country. After stepping into the circle of models, she will often post photos of cheongsam or summer clothes on Weibo. Xiaofu is the ancient clothing that prevailed during the Great Xia dynasty, and it is also the traditional clothing of the Great Xia Empire. Due to the constant wars during the Emperor Yin's period, there were frequent migrations between the cities. Therefore, summer clothes are not complicated. Even so, women's clothes are still gorgeous, and men's clothes are not lost their heroic spirit, which is deeply loved by people in the ancient style circle. It's just that the national style culture has declined in recent years, and there are very few catwalks in this category. Therefore, even if 11 Jianjiao is very small and has no reputation, Xia Sheng also went to the interview for her own preferences. Not to mention fans, even Xia Sheng felt that 11 Jianjiao's advertising model would be in her hands. After all, there are not many models suitable for this style. In order to enter the international market, many models deliberately lean their styles in the direction of the Western mainland. As a result, no one thought that a Sci-fi who was not even a model would appear halfway through. Why? The netizens who were watching were also very surprised when they saw this Weibo of Xia Sheng's big fan. I thought maybe it was because 11 Jianjiao was not famous, and no one went to the interview, so she was forced to be selected by Sci-fi's backstage. Now it's strange with Xia Sheng, why is Sci-fi still selected? Okay, it's not like your face or your business ability, Sci-fi, can you compare to your education? Oh, I forgot, did Sci-fi never even go to high school? Laughing to death, a fish that slipped through the net after 9 years of education, dare to be so arrogant in the entertainment industry. I can only say that the capital is awesome. Then let's arrange for our Sheng Sheng in the front row, height 178 centimeters, weight 44 kilograms, graduated from Haiken Film and Television University, high-quality idol, worthy of fans. Sci-fi is really incomparable to anyone else. After watching Youth, I had a good impression of her, but now it's gone. Isn't it good to improve my abilities in a down-to-earth way? What about getting an endorsement? Virtue doesn't match. I suggest that if Sci-fi still wants to gain the goodwill of passers-by, it is best to take the initiative to give Xia Sheng the endorsement. After all, you are not a model. Zhejianjiao's official Weibo was completely blasted. There have been 20,000 comments under the latest Weibo post announcing Sci-fi as the spokesperson, all of which are injustice for Xia Sheng. Lin Qingjian was in a good mood, she tangled her hair, very good, we can push it at the critical moment. Does this Xia Sheng still have something to do with Sijukan? It seems so, the agent thought for a while. Didn't it break the news at the end of last year that Xia Sheng appeared at the Yu family's annual meeting? But there is no definite news. Then it seems that her financial master may belong to the Yu family. Lin Qingjian sighed regretfully. Let's guide her to meet Sci-fi. No matter how strong the Zhou family is, it is impossible for her to be with Sci-fi. The Yu family in the 49 cities. The agent nodded in agreement. Yes, we can be the driving force behind it, we don't have to show up. Lin Qingjian pursed her lips and smiled. 2 dogs fight, play off. She is the fisherman. She believed that Sci would lose his skin if he didn't die this time. While Lin Qingjian was still spending a lot of money to contact Shui Jun and the marketing account, Sci had already ended today's treatment. She drank a glass of juice, lay on the sofa and watched cartoons, watching the moles dig holes with great interest. Feng Sanwei really couldn't understand her hobby, so she had to go into the kitchen to cut fruit. Sci turned around, put his head on his hands, looked at the man sitting on the single sofa next to him, and said thoughtfully, "Boss, I think if you enter the entertainment industry, it is very suitable for you to play a type of person." Yu Xian floated the floating tea, picked up the teacup, and said in a gentle voice, "Which type?" Sci blinked, and of course, Emperor. Yu Xian stopped drinking tea, and Rufeng narrowed his eyes. His light amber pupils darkened a bit in an instant, and there was a deep accumulation of prestige at the bottom of his eyes. Feng San just walked out of the kitchen. At this moment, he seemed to feel that his blood was frozen, and his body was so stiff that he couldn't move at all. The surrounding air seemed to freeze, making it almost impossible to breathe. Feng San had difficulty breathing. 9. Sci still didn't feel anything, she sighed. Speaking of which, I used to want to play the Emperor, but now I realize that the one I want to play the most is the Queen Mother. Yu Xian propped her elbows, with a little smile hidden in her eyes. Her aura silently subsided. Oh? What's the reason for this? The Queen Mother not only has someone to serve, but she can also lie in bed every day. Sci lazily said. Yule stretches out her hand to eat and open her mouth, the salted fish life in my dreams. Feng San, who was finally able to move. What? Could it be the reason? As if suddenly thinking of something, Sci suddenly sat up straight again. She stood up, ran to the coat rack, took out a book from the hanging bag, ran back and stopped in front of Yu Xian. Yu Xian raised her head. Her eyes fell on the dull hair on top of the girl's head and raised her eyebrows slightly. What is this? Boss Sci folded his hands together with a very serious expression. I have a dream in life, I hope you can help me realize it. Yu Xian's expression was slightly restrained. What dream? I want to hear what Emperor Yin has to say. Sci pointed to the book in his hand. Can you read this sentence? Please, boss. I think your voice is super nice, and no CEO I know can compare. Let me record your voice. Feng San. In addition to eating roast duck, is your dream in life to listen to historical figures? What are these random dreams? He believed that Brother Ninth would definitely not accompany Miss Si to make trouble. Who knows? Yu Xian put down the document in his hand and took the book. Which sentence? That's it. Sci pointed to the book. Boss, hurry up, say it again. Yu Xian lowered her head, her eyes suddenly darkened. The above is the sentence. In the third year of the early Yuan dynasty, a courtier sent a letter to the emperor, asking him to take his concubines and fill the harem. The 3,000 harems were abolished. The 18th chapter of Emperor Yin's Chronicle. Sci also admires Emperor Yin the most. Some historians have always lamented that Emperor Yin lived for 27 years, but never had a wife and a concubine, leaving behind a descendant. After his death, the courtiers followed his edict and adopted the descendants of the prince from the clan to continue the blood of the great Xia dynasty. The sky is not settled, the sea is not level, the country is not safe. What is home? It turns out that there are people in this world who can put righteousness above all personal emotions. Yu Xian's eyes were still, and her voice was very light. It's a good sentence, but he may not have said such a thing. Whether he said it or not, he did it. Sci tilted his head. That's enough, isn't it? Yu Xian was silent for a while, then suddenly smiled. Yes. After reading a lot of history books, he sometimes wondered what the so-called love and admiration of later generations were about him. Is it a cold impression drawn by the text, or is it a perfect person set imagined? But it's not really him. He has flaws and is not perfect. I'm ready. Si fucking raised his phone. Boss, let's get started. Uzian raised her eyebrows slightly, and read the sentence again according to the history book. His tone was still calm and steady, and there was no emotional ups and downs. But Si fucking felt that this might be the tone of Emperor Yin when he said this. Not tough and fierce, but light. The man's voice was slow, with a little more illusory blur, which made her feel as if she had returned to the heyday of the great Xia dynasty and stood face to face in front of Emperor Yin. Until Uzian handed the book over again, she said forcefully, "Okay." Only then did Si fucking come back to her senses. She blinked her fox eyes. "Boss, your acting skills are good." Uzian propped her head up, still hiding a smile at the end of her eyes, but this time the smile was a little more meaningful. "I practiced one or two before." Feng San was very confused. Why didn't he know that his ninth brother had practiced acting? That's right, no matter whether he has practiced it or not, his ninth brother is the most versatile. But just now, he really had a sense of sight when facing Emperor Yin, and subconsciously wanted to kneel down and salute. Feng San took a step back silently. Miss Si is right, his ninth brother is quite suitable to play the Emperor. Okay. It's perfect. Si fucking set the sentence as the wake-up alarm with satisfaction. "Boss, the first stage of treatment is over. When I sort out the list of herbs, we are ready to start the second stage of treatment. I believe it won't be long before you will be able to walk as fast as you can, and you will be able to do it with ease." Feng San's mouth twitched. Rainbow fart still depends on Miss Si blowing. Uzian's eyes darkened. In a previous life, he died of lung disease and hemoptysis. When he was alive, he often wondered what it was like to die. He felt the pain of his heart being evacuated, but it didn't take long for him to breathe fresh air again. Although he lived again, he got a ruined body. The legs are sick and the body is cold. So he reconvened the Divine Doctor Alliance. After the treatment of the Divine Medical Alliance, his legs have actually been able to walk completely, but the root cause of the disease has not been eradicated, and he will experience labor pains every 15th month. The pain was nothing to him, but it did affect his actions. He got into her car that day also because of a sudden pain. Uzian could feel that her treatment obviously eased his pain. He met her bright fox eyes and smiled again. "Well, I'm looking forward to it." "Then I'll go first." Si fucking waved his hand. "You don't need to send me, I'll go back by bicycle." Uzian nodded. Si fucking just walked to the door when the phone rang. As soon as it was picked up, there was a reprimand. "Si fucking, you did a good job," Feng Piazi said angrily. "Who asked you to take over the endorsement without the company's permission? As for the contract, don't tell the company about such a big thing. Look at it. What have you been scolded online? Are you going to let the company clean up for you again? You really only know how to make trouble. What is your endorsement? I tell you, the company doesn't allow you dash." Si fucking cut off the phone directly, and brought Feng Piazi's new number closer to the blacklist. Well, the world is quiet. Naturally, this voice could not escape Uzian's ears, and he raised his voice lightly. "Do you need help?" "I don't need it for the time being." Si fucking moved his shoulders. "When the show ends, they can't control me anyway. It doesn't matter if she leaves TNL Media. The important thing is that she wants Xiaoyu and Su Ziun to debut smoothly. If it weren't for these students, she wouldn't even think about staying in the entertainment industry." "Wait, Miss Si," Feng San chased after her with her mobile phone, a little anxious. "Your Weibo has exploded, and the comments below are saying that you stole Xia Sheng's endorsement, and they even ask if you dare to remove your makeup. If your makeup remover looks better than Xia Sheng, they all shut up." He immediately looked at Uzian again. "Ninth brother, I'll find someone to title, and I will never allow these people to insult Miss Si again." "No, it's really troublesome." Si fucking tapped into Weibo. Unload it, unload it." After a few seconds, she put away the phone. It's done. Xiaobai looked at the pen in Yu Xian's hand eagerly again, and licked the pink lips. So fragrant, I want to eat it. Then its head was forcibly pressed down by Si fucking. Noob. Damn dog owner. Feng San dumped Si Fu to the door, wondering and curious. On the way back, he opened the software and touched Si fucking Swibo, wanting to see what she had done. The latest one is a retweet. The time is 10 seconds ago. At Sifyukingv, dare, climb / at Xiasheng's little pillow, don't make any more gambling appointments, just ask, fucking, do you dare to remove makeup in front of the whole network, you let us. After having everything taken away, she returns as a god. Author, Qing Qian. Chapter 78. Feng San. Yu Xian noticed his strange expression. What? Feng San suddenly came to his senses. He hesitated. Ninth brother, this, you should see this for yourself. He handed the phone over. And in such a short period of 10 seconds, 5,000 retweets exploded directly. Awesome, you still dare to be so rigid. What kind of character is Si fucking, and he doesn't dare to be so rigid? Could it be that Si fucking is really good looking, she is not afraid at all? In front, if she is really handsome, how could she have been wearing makeup all the time? What is the use of your mouth just now? Take action, take it out. This Weibo was quickly turned into a hot search. Hashtag Si fucking responded, I dare, do you dare to climb hashtag. Xiaosheng's fans were once again mad, and they were madly insulting in the square, with all kinds of swear words. A few seconds later, Si fucking posted another Weibo. At Sifyukingv, are you angry? I'm happy when I'm angry, eat a candied horse to replenish energy. She also specially matched a picture of candied horse, and the red hawthorn is very attractive. In an instant, the anger of Xiaosheng's fans soared. Very good character. Yu Xian didn't know what he was thinking of. He closed his eyes, smiled lightly, and sighed, she must be very favored by the elders. At least, he didn't have the heart to blame her. Every time I saw her looking at him with her bright fox eyes, it was astonishingly bright as the clouds scattered. His mood also calmed down. Feng San nodded, Miss Si is quite cute when she is cute. As soon as he finished speaking, he wanted to slap himself. What nonsense literature he is talking about. Yu Xian pondered for a while, then took out his mobile phone. Next Weibo. Feng San subconsciously blurted out, Ninth brother, do you want to chase stars? Yu Xian raised her eyes and glanced over. Feng San was silent for a moment. It's over, he was not normally taken by Miss Si. Yu Xian supported her head, perhaps, integrate more into the life of modern people. Feng San. What is a modern man? Is it because they have little contact with modern science and technology that they are ancient people? This is a bit too exaggerated. Feng San downloaded Weibo to Yu Xian, and he had already made a decision in his heart. He is going to buy the latest smartphone tomorrow, and he must study hard, so he can't be regarded as an ancient person. Here, Si fucking just stepped into his small apartment when another phone call came in. It was Chu Lingyun. His breath was unsteady, and he was obviously angry. Are you there? I really convinced the fans on the internet who see the wind and rain. If you don't deserve your looks, others will. But, how could the person I choose be wrong? I simply doubt my Chu Lingyun's aesthetics. Si fucking immediately united with him this time. Yes, I am the most lovely and beautiful person, who can say that I am not good looking? Chu Lingyun. He got stuck and said dryly, that's right, but this is not the point at the moment, the point is those fans, and they can't let them continue to abuse like this. Without waiting for Si fucking's response, Chu Lingyun immediately became high-spirited. I came forward and directly announced that you are the new Chu girl. I see who would dare to scold you. The name Chu Lingyun is a golden sign in the entertainment industry. Although he is still very young, his status has long surpassed those of the old directors. There are only 2 Chu girls so far. In the circle, there were speculations about when Chu Lingyun would come out and when to choose the third one. Shut up, I fucking interrupted, don't cause me trouble. Chu Lingyun. Trouble. Is he so invisible? If you dare to come out, I'll break your legs. I fucking smiled, and his murderous aura unleashed. You want to exhaust me. With Chu Lingyun's popularity, as long as he dares to reveal that she is the new Chu girl, it will immediately cause a shock in the entertainment industry. Even Glenn might have to send someone. She didn't really want to play. Chu Lingyun said again. More and more like this kind of vision of the big demon King Yunlin. Make him tremble. Chu Lingyun pressed his temples and slowly exhaled. When he knew Yunlan had just entered Glen. But in just 3 years, Yunlan defended the Glen Award and won the Lifetime Achievement Award. In addition, she also wrote songs for Tianwang and uploaded her own dance on her blog. Almost all-powerful. Therefore, he is respected as the great Demon King by the international entertainment industry. At that time, Glenn had a saying. The Demon King went on an expedition, and nothing would grow. This is the absolute strength of Yunlin. If she doesn't restrain herself, no one will be able to take on her rivalry. Pity. Chu Lingyun fell into memory. I fucking didn't wait for a response, and she threatened again, did you hear? You dare to come forward and break your 3 legs. Chu Lingyun broke out in a cold sweat, and hurriedly said, no, I was wrong. He paused and sighed, if I can still contact teacher Yunlin, I will definitely introduce the 2 of you, and you will definitely be able to be called confidants. I fucking, it's not necessary. So what should I do? Chu Lingyun entered the working state in the next second. Even if you go to take a makeup photo tomorrow, you won't be able to come out until next week, so let them scold you like this for a week. There is no need for next week, tomorrow will be enough. I fucking said lightly, I have a solution, you are busy with yours. Without waiting for Chu Lingyun to respond, she immediately ended the call. She should not be entangled by this king of involution. The life of getting up in the middle of the night to work is not very wonderful, and she does not want to experience it again. I fucking thought for a while, found the phone number of General Manager 11 Jianjiao, and called. He picked it up immediately, Miss Si. It's like this. I fucking said, you choose a suitable time for the official Weibo to release the news. I will broadcast the makeup removal at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Live broadcast? No problem, the general manager was pleasantly surprised. If Miss Si can take the initiative, it would be great. After the makeup photo is taken, post-processing is required, and it will definitely not be able to log out within a few days. The live broadcast is very fast, and the picture will not be questioned. The general manager felt a lot more at ease. I'll contact the live broadcast platform now. No, I fucking lazily said, let the live broadcast platform do the bidding by itself. The general manager was taken aback. His throat was rolling, and his heart was burning. What does Miss Si mean? Since so many people want to see me take off my makeup, then the number of viewers will be at least 10 million when I broadcast live. Si fucking raised his eyebrows and smiled. With such a high popularity, any live broadcast platform will be a benefit. Find the one with the highest price, 8 of us, 2 of them. If they don't agree, forget it. After listening to this, the general manager was instantly awe-inspiring. MSSI is right. Why didn't he think that he could make money like this? The general manager hurriedly began to contact all parties. After finishing the call, Si Fu dumped onto the bed. Sure enough, she is a small earner. Ow! A certain pixie called out. It jumped onto the bed, raised its fluffy paws to rub it against the owner's face, and expressed that he wanted to eat another gold brick. Sci-fi was expressionless. It's a pity that he raised a prodigal son. Early the next morning, at the behest of the general manager, 11 Jeonjae officially released a Weibo. At V, in order to answer some of your doubts, at 8 o'clock tonight, together with the official blog, watch the spokesperson's makeup removal live at Sci-fi Ching. The live broadcast platform is still in contact, and the live broadcast link will be sent to you later. Netizens came quickly. Are you really going to take off your makeup? Great, one of the unsolved mysteries in the entertainment industry can be solved. Wait, I want to see what Sci-fi looks like, hiding for so long. Tisk tisk, if you don't have Xia Sheng's temperament and look good after removing makeup, isn't that slapping yourself in the face? So brave. To be honest, Xia Sheng's antiquity temperament cannot be reproduced, and few people have it. I hope Sci-fi's face doesn't hurt too much when he arrives. The general manager checked the public opinion on Weibo, found that it had improved, and nodded. Thankfully, Miss Si chose to live broadcast to remove makeup. There are not many celebrities in the entertainment industry who dare to remove makeup on live broadcast. However, on Sci-fi's face, her skin was in amazingly good condition, but her makeup concealed her advantages. The general manager can already imagine what kind of sensation the Daxia entertainment circle will have once the makeup is removed. There are a lot of boastful faces in the entertainment industry, but after meeting Sci-fi, the general manager believes that there is only one such face. And sure enough, as Sci-fi expected, many live broadcast platforms began to contact 11 Jeonjae. The general manager weighed several times and finally settled on the grapefruit table. The grapefruit platform guarantees to accept 28% of the shares, and will push the home page to open the screen to increase its popularity. After getting the reply from the general manager, Sci-fi slowly stretched. As soon as he looked up, he saw Su Ziun clenching his fist at her. Teacher Si, don't be afraid, no matter how hard or difficult the road ahead is, we will accompany you to go down. Please don't feel inferior because of your appearance. Sci-fi. She wrote another training sheet and gave it to Xiaoyu. It seems that 8 kilometers is too little for you, add 5 kilometers, Xiaoyu, keep an eye on him. Su Ziun. Xiaoyu raised his eyebrows. Teacher Si, walk slowly, I will watch the live broadcast. Sci-fi shrugged, and she put on her coat and left the dance studio. Lin Qingjian just came out. Mr. Si is going back to remove makeup. She stood still, pursed her lips and smiled. I have to say, I really admire Teacher C's courage, but what about our bet? In vain, she let the water army push him and put Sci-fi on the hot search. Hello, Sci-fi ignored it, and went straight to forgive him. Sanzan, are you outside? Help me bring something to my apartment, and then just remove my makeup. Makeup remover is also fine, just buy some, it doesn't matter what brand. Meanwhile, downtown, in the car. Feng San looked at the phone in thought. A few seconds later, he still bite the bullet and said, Ninth brother, Miss Si asked me to help me bring a makeup remover product. She said to buy it at will, but I think it's better to buy a big brand, at least the materials from a big brand are guaranteed. But I don't know what brands of cosmetics are there. Brother Ju, what do you think we should buy? What's the difference between this makeup remover and makeup remover? Really embarrassing him for this rude man. If you let him help pick guns or cold weapons, he'll be fine. Yu Zian propped her chin up and said slowly, then buy the same for every brand. Feng San. This approach seems to be very good. Okay, Feng San said, Ninth brother, there is a shopping mall in front, I'll go right now. Yu Zian hummed lightly, leaning on the back seat and closing her eyes. Across the road is a cafe. Xia Sheng ordered 2 cups of coffee. Thank you, young master Yu, for taking the time to see me during your busy schedule. Yu Yao nodded, neither cold nor hot, and routinely asked, "How is your health?" "Much better," Xiaosheng smiled. "I wonder how Miss G is doing recently. She helped me at that time, and I didn't have time to thank her." Yu Yao frowned slightly. "Not very good." Xiaosheng pursed her lips and was very sad. "So, I heard that she has been taking medicine all these years, but she has never gotten better." Yu Yao said lightly, "She will be fine. As long as he finds a ghost doctor." "Sister Sheng," the assistant ran in at this moment. "Sister Sheng, 11 Jianjiao released the live broadcast link, but did not reply to our request." Xiaosheng's expression changed, and he smiled bitterly. "If that's the case, then forget it." "How can you forget it?" the assistant refused. "It should be yours." Yu Yao frowned. "What's going on?" "Young master, you doesn't know, but Sister Sheng's endorsement was snatched by a black and red idol." The assistant was indignant. An idol should stay well in her field, and as a result, relying on the capital behind her, she got what should belong to Sister Sheng's advertising endorsement. Isn't this just bullying us without capital? Xiaosheng coughed violently. "Shut up, what nonsense. Which black and red idol? Yu Yao doesn't care about the entertainment industry. Which brand is it?" "Sister Sheng, don't stop me, I just can't stand her," the assistant blurted out. "It's that Sci-fi, who else could it be?" Yu Yao paused. "It turned out to be her." Xiaosheng cautiously said, "You know her?" "I don't know." Yu Yao's expression was indifferent, "but the endorsement of this advertisement is indeed not justified." "Isn't it?" the assistant complained. "If it wasn't because Sister Sheng liked the national style, we wouldn't be rude to this brand." "That's it." Yu Yao put down the teacup. "If you like it, I'll ask the brand for you." Xiaosheng was pleasantly surprised. "Then thank you very much. I hope you can express my gratitude to Miss G when you return to Sijukan." Yu Yao's expression relaxed and nodded. After he finished his coffee, he left. "Sister Sheng, why don't you let me speak?" The assistant was very dissatisfied. "With young master Yu here, at least you won't lose your endorsement." Xiaosheng sighed. "Young master Yu is for Miss G's sake. I'm not related to him, so it's good to have an appointment." "How can I say it? Miss G is really a good person, no wonder Master Yu likes her." The assistant was envious. "Sister Sheng, you are not in good health, let's go back first." Xiaosheng nodded. When we got back to the apartment, it was already 7:10 in the evening. "Sister Sheng, don't be in a hurry anyway, this Sci-fi is going to remove her makeup." The assistant glanced at the time and took out the tablet. Let's see why she stole your endorsement." Xiaosheng smiled gently and had a good temper. "Okay, let's take a look." The assistant clicks on the URL. As soon as you enter the live broadcast room, there are dense barrages. After turning off the middle screen, the assistant saw that the screen was full of bottles and cans, with all kinds of text. This Sci-fi went to the beauty store and bought all the brands of makeup removers. "What is the use of more makeup remover products? Can you change your face? Stop dawdling, can you unload it quickly? Hurry up, I have to go to the Oracle." "Me too, so am I. A new dungeon will be released soon. If we don't get the first kill, we have to enter the top 100 in the national server." "What are you doing with so many makeup removers?" Sci-fi replied while reading. "Oh, I'm afraid you think I'm a fake face, so I remove it a few more times." "If you think so, then it's not my face that should be washed, but your eyes." Netizens who were connoted. Brothers and sisters, it's too arrogant, this is unbearable. I want to see how beautiful you are." The assistant opened his mouth wide. "Sister Sheng, she is really arrogant, how can she still be in the entertainment industry with such a personality?" Xiaosheng didn't speak, but she stared at the screen tightly, her eyes not moving. Although she did not say anything on the internet, she contacted 11 Jianjiao, and the attitude of the other party was obviously that there was no room for maneuver. She also wanted to know why Zhejianjiao abandoned her and chose Si fucking. In front of the table, Si fucking washed his hands. Facing the camera, she squeezed the makeup remover into the palm of her hand, and then applied a little bit all over her face. Ease makeup remover, I have used it, and it is very powerful. Everyone, don't breathe and don't blink, look carefully at how ugly Si fucking is. The first ugly girl in the entertainment industry is about to remove her makeup. Wow, I'm a little scared. What if I'm too scared to fall asleep? Barrage bodyguard. Wash your face, wash your face. High energy warning ahead. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. After having everything taken away, she returns as a god. Author, Qing Qian. Chapter 79. The most intense moment has come. Brothers and sisters must keep their minds. Ladies and sisters, hold me tight when you are afraid. I am 180 in height and 180 in weight, so I feel very secure. Roll. At this moment, the barrage was instantly full, but it was still spraying. Si fucking didn't take a look. She calmly washed her face with hot water, took out a face towel and wiped it off, then raised her head. The lens seemed to shake violently, blurring a bit because it failed to focus in the first moment. But even if it's blurry, you can still see that the skin of the face in front of the camera can be broken by bullets. The barrage stopped at this moment. Crackling, all the previous scolding disappeared in an instant. Xia Sheng shook the mouse with some doubts. Is it stuck? It seems so, the assistant sneered. Sister Sheng, she really knows how to create an atmosphere. Does she think she can compare to you by blurring the camera? Many anchors like this, they don't show their full face, they add many layers of filters to maintain a sense of mystery. Before the assistant refreshed the page, the camera finally successfully focused. On the screen, the girl's facial features were completely exposed. It was clear enough to see her slender and thick eyelashes, and the small drops of water hanging from her forehead. This is a face that is absolutely 360 degrees without dead ends, and even the lip shape and lip color are just perfect. Without the embellishment of makeup, her eyebrows and eyes are more picturesque. He looked up and closed his eyes, as if floating light passed by. A pair of fox eyes captures the soul, the smile does not reach the bottom of the pupil, and there is coldness in the depths, adding a bit of detached laziness. Si fucking lifted the hair on his forehead with one hand, still looking loose. Now, let's start removing makeup for the second time. She took out the cleansing oil again and wiped it on her face. The barrage is still in a static state. It wasn't until Si fucking finished his second makeup removal that sporadic exclamation marks floated past. After another 30 seconds of silence, the barrage finally started to jump out frantically, filling up instantly. What did I see? I'm blind, I'm blind, I'm blind. I can't describe what I'm seeing now. Wait, I wash my eyes, it must be the wrong way of opening my eyes. God Yan. Help, I see a real beauty. Mom, save me. There are indeed many famous celebrities in the entertainment industry, but they are basically blown out by various fans. At least until now, no star in the Daxia entertainment industry can really unify everyone's aesthetics. If it really exists, it is only Yun Lan. But Yun Lan has always been in Green Lane and rarely comes to Daxia, so there is a sense of distance for Daxia people. This is the first time everyone has faced such a beauty crit. Appraisal completed, no beauty and no P pictures. After 2 times of makeup removal, you can no longer use makeup. Nonsense. What beauty camera can be so beautiful? The beauty camera is not worthy or not, this is Nuwa's dazzling skills. Wuwa crying, these eyes, this nose, these lips, my faithful wife, you finally appeared. Go ahead, don't steal my wife from me. I am guilty, I actually called SI fucking ugly, so I slapped myself 300 times. The wind direction reversed in an instant. Although there were black fans scolding SI fucking for plastic surgery, 90% of the barrage was screaming. The word Shenyang in various colors covered the entire screen, and the number of people in the live broadcast room also began to increase exponentially. From 1900,000 people watching online at the beginning, it quickly rose to 8.9 million. The popularity has also soared to 40 million. The live broadcast room is no longer ridicule and abuse, but a gift. There is no need to push the grapefruit platform specially, SI fucking's live broadcast room was directly put on the first place. Sheng, Sister Sheng, the assistant opened his eyes wide, his expression almost terrified. She. Xia Sheng stared at the face on the screen, his fingers trembling. How could? Is this really what a person can look like? 360 degrees, there are no dead ends, the skin is so delicate that the pores are invisible, and the porcelain is white to glowing. Xia Sheng touched his face subconsciously. She is 24 this year and is still very young, but she already has nasolabial lines and fine lines at the corners of her eyes. Although cosmetics can cover these shortcomings, who doesn't want to have a good makeup? Xia Sheng murmured, no wonder. No wonder 11 Jianjiao refused to discuss or consider her. SI fucking does not need acting skills, nor does he need to be able to dance and sing. Putting her face on the big screen is enough. The reason why it has always been difficult for idols to transform into actors is that the big screen will magnify the shortcomings of the facial features. You can make up for these shortcomings by lighting on stage, but you can't do it on TV. There has always been a wall between idols and star actors. But SI fucking had no such worries at all. Her face looks good even in a sack. Sister Sheng, she. The assistant pursed her lips, but your business ability is stronger. You can't find any fault with her facial features, but she has a strong face, which doesn't match the ancient style at all. Hearing this sentence, Xia Sheng looked at the girl on the screen carefully again. She frowned. She seems to be alone. The assistant was stunned. Who is it? Xia Sheng thought about it for a long time, and another face suddenly flashed in his mind. Miss Ji from Sijukan. She raised her head suddenly, looked at the screen again, and tightened the hand holding the mouse. It really looks like. Xia Sheng pursed her lips, and finally did not open Yu Yao's phone. She didn't want Yu Yao to know who SI fucking looked like. The assistant looked at the audience who frantically blowing rainbow farts, and felt jealous. Sister Sheng, what if she looks good? That's also a vase. Okay, I'm tired. Xia Sheng interrupted her. Go out, I'll rest first. Assistant, with a burning pain on his face, okay. This time, without any navy push at all, the hot search immediately exploded. It was also the first time that SI fucking was not on a black hot search. Hashtag SI fucking, really wrong hashtag. Hashtag. Hashtag SI fucking's makeup technique hashtag. There are also many netizens who don't watch youth and don't know Starry Sky Girl. When they saw the word Shenyang, they all came in curiously. Before I clicked in, the netizens all hugged me to show me what I looked like, and they were blown away, so I had to scold me no matter what. After entering, they were all silent. This, can't seem to scold? Soon, some bloggers who studied the beauty of the face thoughtfully released the comparison pictures of SI fucking before and after makeup. No, you humming grow up like this, you put on makeup. If I had 1/10 of your face value, I would go to the street every day without makeup and force people to look at me. The case is solved, family. SI fucking is not ugly, she has ugly hands and can't make up smile. Please, SI fucking, you don't know how to put on makeup, I will send you my hand, and I promise to put on a beautiful makeup for you. It's very good, don't change it next time. Where is the fan base? Quick. Someone pull me. Right now, I'm going to be a fan. Yu Tang was also watching the live broadcast, and she was very crazy. Ninth uncle, look. Look at how beautiful we are. I finally removed my makeup, my mother is happy. Yu Zion slowly repeated the last 4 words, Mom is relieved. Feng San winked, and he immediately stepped forward to explain, Ninth brother, there are also categories of fans of this star, including boyfriend fans, girlfriend fans, mother fans, and sister fans. Girlfriend fans are fans who treat idols as boyfriends, and mother fans are fans who treat idols as daughters. It's complicated anyway. Oh, Yu Zion glanced at Yu Tang, I didn't see it. Yu Tang felt that she was being mocked. She snorted, Ninth uncle, I curse you for not being able to find a girlfriend in the future. Yu Zion didn't raise her eyes, no need. Yu Tang was stuck. Although Yu Zion was in a state of being abandoned by the Yu family, it was the Yu family anyway, and many wanted to marry him over the years. Her ninth uncle is 26 years old, has not married yet, and there is no opposite sex around. She really shouldn't expect to threaten him with something like this. Yu Tang snorted again, I want to see our baby Ching Ching, ignore you. The live broadcast continues. Oh, why do you keep wearing makeup? I fucking put his chin in his hands and blinked, because I'm too good looking, I'm afraid you will all fall in love with me, look at what you look like now. Stop licking the screen, calm down, everyone in Daxia is watching, remember to put on your pants. A barrage. Help. Why is this woman so arrogant and so beautiful? Baby Ching Ching, can we speak so rudely, why are you so skilled at speaking? Wife. Wife look at me Okay, I've taken off my makeup, are you satisfied? I fucking stretched, I'm off, I'm going to eat fried chicken and drink Coke, so I won't poison you late at night. Her fox eyes rolled up and she waved her hand, goodbye. Netizens who want to watch more for a while. Humph, this woman is murderous by relying on beauty, damn, but what if I just eat her? I'm going to watch Youth Boys, I'm going to vote for Ching Ching, don't stop me. Kuakai live broadcast every day, you can eat, broadcast and eat fried chicken. After serving you superficial people, it's enough to look good, isn't the entertainment industry looking for people with real talents and hard work? Fucking, she is incompetent, and, she must have had plastic surgery. Smile, isn't it enough to have a face? Look at how many people in the entertainment industry have no faces. I announce that I am Yango, and from now on I am a fan of fucking. The super talk is built, sisters, and what about the fan name? In just 2 hours, fucking Sweebo fans instantly increased from 900,000 to 5.5 million. At 9 o'clock, the heat subsided a little, and Zhejianjiao officially posted another Weibo. At the above are all the reasons why our company chose Miss SI. Our company guarantees that the entire interview process is absolutely fair. If you have any questions, you are welcome to ask questions. There was no direct name and surname, but the netizens who watched the whole process also knew who it was talking about. Someone clicked on the Weibo account of Xiaosheng's little pillow, and found that she had logged out and ran away. Don't run, what are you running? Don't you want to see how people look like? Now what do you have to say? Xiaosheng's fans' words were too harsh, and his face was beaten loud enough. With fucking's good looks, 100 Xiaosheng would not be enough to fight. Is there anyone else who can compare the appearance with fucking, unless Yunlan came out, but even if Yunlan came out, the two would be on a par. Just talking about looks can be compared. If you talk about other things, everyone in the Daxia entertainment circle can't compare to Yunlan. Don't bring Yunlan, it's still the same sentence, she is very noble and no one deserves it. Tonight, it is destined to be a carnival of a group of Yan dogs. Fucking super talk quickly poured into a group of fans, who spontaneously began to form an anti-gang group and a fighting group. I already have the host, I still want to be. Which rival is this? Stand out. The revenge of the wife is not avenged, not a gentleman. Yu Tang, the rival in love, shook the phone proudly. Ninth uncle, look, I'm the host of Kinking Cheo. They are all jealous of me, who made me the first to discover Kinking's peerless beauty, the lucky one. Yu Zian didn't raise his eyes, he said in a low voice, although you have been recommended to Xia University, you won't have to go to class this semester, but you can't use your mobile phone too much. After 8 o'clock, you can't touch your mobile phone, Feng San. Feng San immediately confiscated Yu Tang's mobile phone. Yu Tang was shocked. Ninth uncle, you are not human. She is 18 years old. Yeah, Yu Zian propped her elbows, I'm not human. Yu Tang's whole body was grayed out. I still have to vote for Ching Ching. Ninth uncle, let me see the vote of the mentor group, does it surpass that green tea surnamed Lin? Feng San couldn't bear it, let me show you. As he spoke, he opened the voting page. After having everything taken away, she returns as a god. Author, Qing Qian. Chapter 80. Yu Tang's eyes lit up. Feng San, you are the best. She jumped to Feng San's side and probed. Just looking at it, Yu Tang screamed wildly, dash. Yu Zian paused and said lightly, Feng San. Feng San immediately covered Yu Tang's mouth, and cold sweat broke out from behind. He didn't dare to say it at all, and he almost cried out. Yu Tang broke Feng San's hand with all his strength, and was extremely excited. Ninth uncle, look. We are the best. She has 3 million votes. The voting of the mentor group is actually based on personal popularity, and it will not affect anything. In addition, Li Jingchen and the vocal music instructor are not traffic stars, and fans will not fight for this false name. Only Lin Qingjian valued it. Lin Qingjian's fans make data every day and vote for her. But the fans tried their best to vote for a month in a row, and they failed tonight. The ranking is like this. Number 1 SI3230421. Number 2 Lin Qingjian 589,421. A full digit difference. The rankings are changing every second. SI's votes against Lin Qingjian also increased. Lin Qingjian's fans were in a hurry, but they couldn't catch up, and the big fans of Keahua were calling out loudly. Open the trumpet. There are 10 trumpets in hand, hurry up and vote. I'm so pissed, why do some people only look at their faces, they are amazing. How can you not catch up? Wow Yu Tang was so happy that she opened her mouth and danced her claws. Lin Lcha is going to be mad, I'm going to the training camp tomorrow to see Ching Ching, and by the way, I'll see how green her face is. Yu Zian raised her head and glanced over. Feng San immediately said, Miss Yu Tang, it's time for you to rest. Yu Tang reluctantly went upstairs. She must have a good dream tonight. Lin Qingjian was really going to die of anger. But more is unbelievable. Since she put SI on the hot search, she has been waiting for SI to make a fool of herself. So at 7 o'clock in the evening, I sat in front of the computer on time and watched the live broadcast of the Grapefruit app. There are also sailors she invited in the live broadcast room. Of course, there are more netizens who dislike SI. She also just casually asked Shui Jun to scold a few words, which aroused the dissatisfaction of netizens. Lin Qingjian originally thought that after today, SI would never have the face to stay in the entertainment industry again, and would voluntarily quit the show group. But she never expected that after SI took off her makeup, she would have such a face. God Yan. Even though Lin Qingjian was reluctant to admit it, SI could really afford these 2 words. She just watched helplessly as the netizens who were still scolding SI 1 second before became fans the next. She has worked hard for a few years and has only 14 million Weibo fans. But it only took Sci-Fucking a few hours to reach 7 million fans. Lin Qingjian couldn't stand it any longer, and was so angry that she threw the computer. She looked at the mirror and touched her face, her eyes filled with hatred. But just when Sci-Fucking showed her true face, her face became allergic, and she couldn't get better in a short time. How about the performance the day after tomorrow? Originally, she was an innocent disaster, and she blocked the knife for Sci-Fucking. She absolutely can't wait any longer, she must solve the huge threat of Sci-Fucking as soon as possible. Lin Qingjian's expression darkened, her drooping eyelashes concealed the unidentified emotions in her eyes. That night, Sci-Fucking's new fans were reveling in the super talk, but Lin Qingjian didn't fall asleep all night. The next morning, in order to cover the dark circles, she can only use a few more layers of concealer. Thinking of Sci-Fucking's plain face again, Lin Qingjian felt even more aggrieved. When she came to dance studio number 1, she found that there were only 2 trainees practicing one-word horses. Lin Qingjian frowned, where are the others? It's 8:30 now. Diligent trainees get up at 6 o'clock to train. The 2 trainees looked at each other. One of them hesitated for a few seconds before opening his mouth, in dance studio number 2, go, see. The training base is closed and managed, and not everyone can get a mobile phone. Xia Yu can do whatever he wants. Lu Yan has a backstage. So last night, the trainees also gathered around to watch Sci-Fucking's live broadcast. All stupid. Lu Yan and the others were almost sleepless at night. The next morning, when they found out that Sci-Fucking was coming, they ran over immediately. Okay, I understand. Lin Qingjian let out a breath slowly, restraining her anger. She smiled, but training is more important, you go and call them back. The 2 trainees nodded and ran out. Lin Qingjian's fingernails pinched her palm, and she followed. A crowd of people crowded in front of dance studio number 2, in stark contrast to the empty dance studio number 1. The door was locked by Sci-Fucking. Except for the 6 trainees she brought, no other students could get in, so they could only lie in front of the glass window. Whispers came and went. She really looks like this, she didn't wear makeup today. I can really understand why she wears makeup all the time. Who can stand this look every day? It was already very beautiful on the screen, but seeing it with my own eyes has a bigger impact. Most people are not very photogenic, and celebrities look better in reality than in front of the camera. The trainees who were watching outside were envious of Su Ziun, who was being trained by Sci-Fucking one-on-one devil. Su Ziun was not much better. He maintained a difficult dance move, his eyes kept looking upwards. Don't look at it, your real face. Sci-Fucking looked down at him. I can warn you in advance that if you look up again, your neck will break. Hearing this sentence, Su Ziun didn't hold on and fell to the ground. Sci-Fucking raised his eyebrows and bent down. Young man, you can't bear it? You're not Teacher Si? Teacher Si can't look so good looking. Su Ziun hugged his head and cried, my worldview is broken. He was already ready to comfort Sci-Fucking today, maybe he would be flattering, and he could lose a few kilometers of running mileage. But why is this so? Su Ziun was desperate. It's amazing, you still have a worldview. Sci-Fucking applauded him. I thought you only had light and justice. Su Ziun. The world was too unfriendly to him. Okay, let's practice, I'll go out. Sci-Fucking turned his head and saw Shiyu, who was still in a daze. You're blushing, wash your face. Shiyu woke up suddenly and lowered his head hastily. Mr. Si, I'm sorry, I. He was a little ashamed, didn't dare to look up, and his heart was pounding. I can understand. Su Ziun has recovered his vitality, he is carefree, with Teacher C's beauty, that is the number 1 invincible in the universe, whoever sees it will not be confused. Shiyu was even more embarrassed, picked up the towel and covered his face. Si raised his eyes swept to the dark crowd outside the dance room, and met Lin Qingjian's gaze precisely. Before Lin Qingjian could take back the hatred in her sight, she saw the girl come out. Si was wearing a light dance suit today. It's not an expensive material, but it's very stature. She stopped there again, without makeup, and directly compared Lin Qingjian to an ugly duckling. Lin Qingjian couldn't help but took a step back. Mr. Lin, what a coincidence. Si blew the hair next to his cheek. Is your face still good? Lin Qingjian pursed her lips. Mr. Si is joking, how can poisoning be so fast, so don't watch Mr. Si. Yes, Si nodded, you don't look as good as me, and your figure is not as good as mine. I really don't want to look at you, I just need to look in the mirror. With a bang, Si closed the door without giving Lin Qingjian any time to react. Clap. The door was locked again. There was silence in the corridor. Lin Qingjian only felt that all eyes were focused on her at this moment. The thorns were on her back, as if to rip off all the figurines on her body. She suppressed the trembling in her voice and tried to stabilize her emotions. What are you doing here? Hurry up and train. However, as soon as these words were said, Lin Qingjian couldn't hold back any longer. With wetness in her eyes, she turned her head and ran away. When the instructor spoke, the trainees did not dare to be presumptuous anymore, and they all left. Go away, go back to training. Oh, why didn't I report to Si class at first? I regret it a little. You were chosen by Teacher Li, how can you report? Forget it, it's not that you can't watch it. The trainees have different thoughts. At the beginning, the trainees who took the initiative to withdraw from Si class were all silent. UNZ. Someone couldn't hold back, but still said, do you think it would be good if we stayed at that time? You won't regret it, will you? Yan Yuan's frowned. Yes, Si is good looking, but she can only bring benefits to herself. How can it help us? In the past, Si was an ugly, incompetent singer and dancer. Now it's a vase. It didn't get any better. Anyway, I still have to follow Teacher Lin, Yan Yuan said. Mr. Lin at least has real talents to teach us. What can Si teach? He looked at the dance moves that Su Ziun practiced just now, and he didn't know where it came from. Only Si could teach it. Yan Yuan snorted coldly, returned to dance studio number 1, and after greeting Lin Qingjian, started training. Regret. He certainly doesn't regret his decision. The day after tomorrow, he must stabilize his ranking and enter the top 51 so that he will not be eliminated. That fool Su Ziun is no longer sure, and if he continues to practice with Si he will get out of the way sooner or later. At 6 o'clock in the evening, Si got off work on time. In order to prevent unnecessary trouble, she put on a mask, hat, and sunglasses to cover herself tightly without revealing the slightest bit. Yu Tang said that in order to celebrate her 8 million fans, she would have a dinner together at Linjiang Pavilion. Feng San went out temporarily for something, and Si took the initiative to pick up Yu Zian at the villa. She took hold of the steering wheel and touched it contentedly. Good, she finally touched the car again. Si stepped on the accelerator, and his body instinctively stepped on the horsepower to the maximum. Xiaobai suddenly groaned and bumped into her waist. Si stopped in time. Yes, there is her weak boss in the car. For money, she can't drive fast. Xiaobai Loken nodded. For its golden bricks, it has to keep an eye on the dog owner and can't let her drive fast. After all, the dog owner's driving skills will really scare people to death. 30 minutes later, the car stopped. Linjiang Pavilion is in the center of the lake, so you can only walk there, and only this area can park. The surrounding environment is quiet and there are not many people, only a few couples sitting scattered by the river. Si fucking got out of the car and pushed Yuzian forward. Before taking a few steps, her footsteps suddenly stopped. In the wheelchair, Yuzian also opened her eyes. Rufeng's eyes were as deep as the sea. Many people are walking this way. Si fucking moved his ears, but the steps are messy and the body is not light, so it's easy to deal with. And Yuzian closed her eyes, no less than 20. More than that night. Boss, sit here and look at the scenery or something. Si fucking helped him sit down on an empty chair. I'll go back when I go, don't worry, I will do my best to protect your safety. Xiaobai's eyes burned. Yes, be sure to protect its golden bricks. Si fucking turned around and clenched his fingers. Many people are difficult, but it is not impossible to deal with. Her bodyguard can finally come in handy. She hasn't fought for a long time, and her body is not easy. She needs to train. Just as Si fucking took a step, his wrist was suddenly caught. The coolness came from the position of contact. She frowned and turned around. Seeing Yuzian looking up at her with deep eyes, Si fucking bent down. Boss, what's the matter? It seems that another group of people has come here. You have a lot of enemies. I have to deal with them as soon as possible. She used to be so hated, and she wasn't hunted down every day. Yuzian didn't speak, just looked at her. Then he raised his hand and covered her lips with a smile. There was no contact, but Si fucking could feel the coolness of his palm. The next second, he heard him ask her in a low voice, "Want me to hug?"